In the world of celebrity interviews, many questions can leave us scratching our heads or feeling utterly embarrassed on behalf of the person being interviewed. But sometimes they go beyond awkward and cross the line into the realm of downright sexist and inappropriate. Celebrities, of course, have no problem shutting down these interviewers with their sharp wit, fierce comebacks, and at times simply walking away. These interviews not only expose the lack of respect for boundaries, but also shine a spotlight on how media often places women and men under different standards. Let's dive into some of the most cringe-worthy, sexist, and downright bizarre celebrity interviews. Number 12. Matt Lauer's wardrobe malfunction question for Anne Hathaway. When Anne Hathaway had a wardrobe malfunction at a public event, instead of offering support or ignoring it, Matt Lauer chose to start their interview by questioning her about it. He asked, "What's the lesson learned from something like that?" Anne, not backing down, made it clear that the real lesson here was the culture of commodifying women's vulnerabilities. She also made a pointed comment about how the press should focus on the people behind the camera who exploit such moments, instead of victimizing the celebrities. Anne Hathaway's response was powerful and showed just how to dismantle a sexist question with grace. Number 11. Scarlett Johansson's struggle with sexist questions. Scarlett Johansson has been a constant target for sexist questions, and one particularly egregious moment came when Samuel L. Jackson, clearly outraged, responded to an interviewer who asked Johansson about her appearance. The question implied that behind every successful man is a good woman, an age-old sexist stereotype that no one should still entertain in 2025. Jackson shut the interviewer down immediately, proving that not only women but men too have a responsibility to challenge such outdated views. Number 10. The Britney Spears interview that made everyone uncomfortable. Back in the early 2000s, Britney Spears was subjected to an incredibly uncomfortable interview by a Dutch interviewer who made an inappropriate comment about her growing body. The interviewer asked, "What do you think about breast implants?" Britney, maintaining her composure, responded with poise and tact, explaining that she hadn't undergone surgery despite what the press suggested. This bizarre line of questioning ultimately led to the interview being cut short. Britney's calm handling of such intrusive questions is something we can all learn from. Number 9. Margaret Qualley's uncomfortable questions about feet and armpit hair. While promoting her role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Margaret Qualley found herself fielding questions from Jimmy Kimmel about the seemingly trivial details of her character's appearance, like her armpit hair and feet. The questions were completely off the mark and irrelevant to the importance of her role. Kimmel, rather than discussing her performance, asked her about growing her armpit hair, and she responded with a blend of humor and confusion, showing just how unprepared some interviewers are for important discussions. Number 8. Ariana Grande and the makeup or foam question. Ariana Grande faced one of the dumbest interview questions ever during a radio interview when the host asked, "If you could only use makeup or your foam one last time, which one would you pick?" The ridiculousness of this question reflects how some men assume that women are more concerned with their appearances than the actual tools that help them work, communicate, or create. Ariana, clearly baffled, responded with a perfectly polite, but pointed response that highlighted just how out of touch this question was with reality. Number 7. Anne Hathaway and the "How much weight have you lost?" question. When Anne Hathaway started promoting her role in The Dark Knight Rises, one journalist asked her how much weight she had lost to get into shape for the role. This inappropriate question seemed to imply that her worth was tied to her appearance. Anne Hathaway, unfazed by the ignorance, made sure to highlight that her training was about being able to perform stunts, not about fitting into a certain body image. Her reply reinforced the importance of focusing on an actor's skill rather than their appearance. Number 6. David Letterman's cooking question to Angelina Jolie. In one of the most cringe-worthy moments in talk show history, David Letterman asked Angelina Jolie about her cooking skills. His line of questioning not only highlighted gender stereotypes about women needing to cook, but it also completely ignored Angelina's accomplishments as an actor and philanthropist. Angelina, with her usual cool demeanor, shut down the question by making it clear that she wasn't going to be put into any gender box defined by outdated expectations. Number 5. Megan Fox's question about women in superhero films. Megan Fox was asked about the lack of female superheroes in movies during an interview, and the question itself was an odd one, considering she had just starred in Transformers. Megan, not missing a beat, shut down the interviewer's implication that she wouldn't be in favor of more female-led superhero films, responding with an obvious yes to the question. Sometimes you just have to wonder why some interviewers ask questions that seem so backward. Number 4. Emma Watson's brilliant response to criticism over feminism and fashion choices. During a photo shoot for Vanity Fair, Emma Watson faced criticism for wearing revealing clothes while also promoting feminism. The notion that feminism and fashion are mutually exclusive was swiftly debunked by Emma, who argued that feminism is about choice and equality, not about telling women how to dress. Her response not only showed the strength of her character, but also demonstrated how one can challenge outdated norms with grace. Number 3. Serena Williams and the sexist umpire at the US Open. At the 2018 US Open, Serena Williams was unfairly penalized by the umpire for allegedly receiving coaching. She strongly defended herself, making it clear that she had never cheated and demanding an apology. As tensions escalated, Serena accused the umpire of sexism, arguing that male players are not scrutinized in the same way. Her fight for justice on the court became a rallying cry for many athletes who supported her claims of gender bias in the sport. Number 2. Jonah Hill's battle with uncalled-for fat jokes. Jonah Hill has faced his share of awkward and downright rude interview questions about his weight. One interviewer asked him, "Are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party, or are you healthy now?" Clearly taken aback, Jonah shut it down by asking, "Do you have any other questions that are smart?" It's disheartening that weight comments are often aimed at men in Hollywood, but imagine if those same questions were asked about a female celebrity. There would be an uproar. Jonah's ability to call out the ridiculousness of these questions shows how to stand up for yourself when faced with ignorance. Number 1. Rihanna's unwanted question about her love life. Imagine attending a fragrance launch where you're supposed to be talking about your latest project, but instead an interviewer takes the liberty to ask you about your love life. That's exactly what happened to Rihanna during her fragrance launch. When asked what she was looking for in a partner, Rihanna, ever so cool and composed, responded, "I'm not looking for a man, let's start there." She gave the interviewer a reality check, emphasizing that the event was about her fragrance, not her romantic interests. Rihanna's quick wit and refusal to entertain sexist lines of questioning made this moment an iconic one. And there you have it, celebrity interviews that went from cringe to iconic in no time. If you enjoyed watching these stars shut down sexism with style, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, stay fabulous. No awkward interviews allowed.